Hello, everyone, and welcome to Back and Forth with Jaime and Gerald, Season 3, Episode 24. And this is we're playing with magic here, everybody. So be careful. Keep your head and arms inside the ride at all times. We are not responsible for bursts of inspiration or anything like that. Never, never, never. So that amazing person is Jaime, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path. I am TarotStache. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really. So, like and subscribe because it's free.
Yeah. Please.
So we are, okay, so we've got several things going on. I am in a different space. I am in our sewing studio. Doing stuff, got the setup because I wanted to show Jaime a couple of new decks that I got. Share with you all and Jaime an update about a project that I got inspired to start on Saturday. So it's been quite fun.
Yeah. Very nifty.
Jaime was willing to give me something for another possible idea of could be some shows, something like that.
And he's having issues, I think, with what I shared because.
Well, we'll talk about that, young lady. So, Annie, Nancy, Kaylee, Beth, Nita's Nook, Suzanne.
Hi. Hello.
Julie Ann.
Hello.
Maria, Ms. Sherlock. Timmy is here. So it's great to see everybody. Pamela Batchelor. I've probably missed some other people. Thank you. I'm fond of my hair as well. So
Dobermans. It could say Germans. It would apply. Born and raised.
Yes. Yeah. So really, I could say this is a show about creativity.
Yes.
So no, we're not going. It's what?
Spontaneity sometimes.
Spontaneity. Back and forth. That's what it's about. So this is what's really perfect. So, so I'm going to start with the decks to show. As always, purchase responsibly. Know your limits. We're here to share, not to sell.
Absolutely, Kaylee.
Yeah. Coffee and Kuchen.
Apple Kuchen.
Yep. Hi, Sylvia.
Or Apfel. Sorry.
Or what?
It's okay. I get stuck in the American. It's all good. I'm fine.
Okay.
Look. We have boxes that have been cut open.
We have boxes that have been cut open. I am going to... Here, I'm going to do this. Can I do this?
You can do
I'm
that.
going to do that.
Hi.
So here's TMI, Kaylee. So
I think that's funny.
Okay, so this, I'm going to start with this one.
All right.
This is it's the Dream Visions 3.
Oh, wow. All right.
So
is this now out for...
This is now out for consumption, yes.
Is this the mass market, though?
No, it's not a mass market.
Okay, so it's still...
Yep.
Did it go Kickstarter? Give me some history here.
Did it go Kickstarter? It didn't go Kickstarter. I don't think it got fully funded on Maybe it got funded. Anyhow, It
Look at the
just
cover.
recently got done, but
So pretty. My colors.
The third edition, and so yes, I am a fan of the deck.
Yeah,
So
me too.
somebody did a walkthrough of it. Oh, look, that's a little glittery, a little shiny.
See, look, mine's right here. Last one.
So
yeah, I honestly didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know I sent it to you.
Okay, so go with brain fog, but yeah, I don't recall.
What?
Yeah, I don't recall it
Okay.
at all. Look at this. This is beautiful.
Yeah. This is by Emma Zhang.
She is so talented.
Yes.
And she's very sweet.
Yes, Richie and I have had her on a couple of times. Here's the back.
Probably there. Look at those. Are they gold or yellow? Because they're showing up pretty yellow for me.
They're yellow.
They're nice.
It appears to be yellow.
That's nice.
I have 1 and 2, and I'm waiting to see what changes there may be. I'm a fan, said Pamela.
Ooh.
It's a different box for sure.
Yeah.
And
pretty.
the guidebook.
Yeah. Looks tall. Maybe it's just the angle. I don't know.
I won't be doing. I know there were some changes. Emma actually posted on her.
She did, as to what did change.
Yeah, what did change? Yeah. I can tell you that the names are sparkly.
Okay, are they easier to read for you?
Yes. You like the High Priestess?
I do. I like her too. I'm not a fan of the Emperor, but that's okay.
I think the Hierophant has changed. The Lovers is the same. Chariot looks really similar. Strength, that's nice.
Super nice.
Hermit's a little different.
It is. It's pretty.
The wheel has more of the snake on it.
Yeah.
So Temperance.
So he's scary. Him scary.
Yeah, that's a little different. So anyhow, so there we go. What are you laughing at?
I was biting my nails because he's scary.
Not my thing.
Yeah.
I understand, Beth. This is one of those. I think the star has changed.
I think this is just one of those.
Yeah, it's very much easier to read because the moon was the one that I had a hard time seeing, but this one.
Yep. Yeah, I think, Beth, that this is just one of those decks that clicks with him.
It certainly is.
Yeah, he reads real well with it. Love the colors. Look at that.
Yeah, the colors are very, very rich. I think she turned up the color on a lot of the cards, the intensity. There's definitely a separation between the cards, you can tell. So there's my 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's very, very moody. They're tall and thin in the sense of... Please hold.
Please hold.
They are 2 inches by 4 3/4. No, they're 2.5 by 4 3/4.
Instead of a 3 and whatever. Yeah.
So anyhow, so there's that. It's a new style of box.
Same, Kaylee.
I will.
Yeah, I do like that though. I mean, I thought that this one was clever. I do appreciate the fact that it's a tight fit. It's not, one of those ones where you're going to hold it like this and it's going to dump out,
Yes.
And I know that she did try a different kind of with the flip top on the last one.
That one. Yeah.
And I like it a lot, but she didn't do that with this new one, huh?
No, she did not.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to have to investigate when we're done.
So,
damn it.
Yes. Purchase responsibly. Know your limits, everybody.
Blah, blah, blah.
This next one is a Beth made me do it.
Really?
Yeah. That would be Beth Aspasia-Rising.
What did you do, Beth?
With
I just want forests in my deck. I think that's the predominant defining element. What does it say?
With love.
With love, Lisa. Oh, okay.
Look.
Mm-hmm.
Pocket tarot, texture tarot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And we'll show.
Beth's like, oh, I know.
Yep. Nice little signature.
Mm-hmm.
I like this deck. Pocket. Oh, it's a linen-y finish.
Yeah.
So I think they're the same images. I have not compared them. Oh, that's pretty. That wheel.
It is pretty. Mm-hmm. The pinwheel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, ooh, shadow is 15. Okay, so that's wonderful.
I could see that pairing with the
back.
Tildwick.
With the what?
The Tildwick.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I love how this looks like a little bit of a composition book.
Me too.
All right, so I think people would like to see, I'm hoping people would like to see this project that I got inspired to do. I started it on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Folks have to play along though. They have to figure out what it is.
Yes, it is a cool deck, Timmy. Okay, so I had this idea of I was going to lay out some fabric. I was hanging with Jamie. Going to lay out some fabric and play and have a design.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like going, I wonder what people would, what Jamie would think about this. And so this is, oh, you can see the back. Mm-hmm. See, this is why I'm not going to unstitch what I sewed down.
Yeah, I understand.
Because there's a lot. Yeah. But anyhow, here's what I have. It actually goes a little bit out off screen.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that. Here, let me move that. So, Tildwick show. So, Jamie, or let me ask people in the chat, what do you think this is? What does this look like? Really, oh, it looks like a poppy field. Yes. What are the others? What do you think of this? Does it look like
I love you. I just want you to know you have a great brain.
Yeah. Or fall tree colors.
Mm-hmm.
Because I laid this out. Mm-hmm. I was like, ooh, what do you think of it? Mm-hmm. The response was positive, but there was not an understanding. There was rolling hills, distant forest, shoreline. Mm-hmm. So what this is the inspiration photo for this is this.
This is my mom's poppies.
That's Jamie's mom's poppies. Mm-hmm. Suzanne was thinking fall trees, flower fields in Carnation, Washington. Mm-hmm. That's a very, very specific. Mm-hmm. So, and there's a close-up of the poppies. So, can you see it now? Need a house for scale. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not going to put one in, but I could see it. Because
Correct.
So I think because there's no vertical lines, your mind doesn't see it as a fence line. Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Suzanne. And Timmy and Kaylee they're one step before where I am actually with this piece. So what I did is I actually, because I was hanging out in an area where I didn't have my sewing machine, I did some hand stitching.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a skilled hand stitcher at this point. This is on a wool background
Mm-hmm.
or felt. And then what I did is I actually created these layers of poppies by putting them in tulle. But behind this,
Mm-hmm.
there's other colors. So you may see me cutting more of this little bit of tulle out.
Mm-hmm. Maybe,
who knows? Just to get some brightness there.
Mm-hmm.
So and so so this is what's really interesting about this is just to share. This is the sort of stuff, the style of things that I did. I would do something long and narrow, or I would do it tall, and there'd be lots of area where there'd be nothing. So Timmy had to cut felt recently. Hard to do at right angles. Yeah. So what I was going to do is, because I wanted this to look more like poppies,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to, I think I'm going to use some wool yarn to actually do some of the, what do you call these? The things in the
The things in the center.
things in the center. Yes, the things in the center. It's a very scientific term. So I was going to do that just to end, and I also wanted to have some vertical lines so that there could it look like stems. So there you go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be neat.
I think so too.
A pistol or carpet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that I am not happy with is when I laid this stuff down and sewed it on with the machine, I didn't push it over far enough.
Mm-hmm.
Here it should have been about right here. So I'm about 1.5 inches off. So I will have to figure that out. So,
mm-hmm.
Anyhow, there's that. It's a good idea, Gerald. They're called
according to Google. Mm-hmm.
Kaylee's like, just crop it. Well,
I personally, again, I will say that Kaylee and I are connected by a little cord running up to Canada. In that, I was thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. Just crop it.
It is unlikely that I would have anything that would have a very clean edge.
Yep, it is.
Edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back a little bit. Do that. I've got to figure out. I want to make sure that the red comes through. But this was the first time that I used the tool,
which I thought was very clever.
So
when you were first talking about it, I wondered how it would work out, but then when you laid it out and we had the two choices to look at,
yes,
I was like, this is pretty rad.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, mm-hmm. And I can still make the other one. So that brings us to another idea. And thank you everybody for still watching. Thank you, Pamela. Pamela said, Gerald, your art pieces are so beautiful.
I try, Kaylee.
Oh, and Kaylee said kept all but 4 of the decks you sent.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I knew which one. It's so funny. Out of the 4, just a sidebar, out of the 4, I knew which one of them would be, which cracks me up. But anyway.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And Julianne loves it. Thank you. So I had this crazy idea. I'm going to actually change the camera back so that I can look a little bit, and then we can go this. So I had this crazy idea. For those of you who are creative, sometimes I find it helpful to have other people share some inspiration, things that might be inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to Jamie, hey, do you want to send me some photos and maybe you can watch me do some of this process online? See what it's like. So,
Mm-hmm.
and Jamie said yes. Actually, Jamie said
Jamie didn't say anything. She just sent you stuff.
this
That's
just
all she did. Bing, 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 bing. There you go.
and this is where, for those of you who are still watching, thank you, and watching the playback. This is, I like the creativity. It makes me very happy. It's something that I need these days. So, so what I thought about doing is like going, okay, Jamie, give me some ideas, and let's talk about them online. Would you like to watch that? She probably has a folder on her phone
that says Gerald.
So, okay, I'm going to show these photos that Jamie sent me.
Oh, you did print them. Okay, all right.
I did print them. I printed them because
cool.
I wanted that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see if the OBS that camera will work again. So I'm gonna put me like this. Nope, like this.
Okay, you got to stand it upright though. Turn. Keep turning. There you go.
Okay. So this is option 1.
Mm-hmm. It's right out there. It's the lilac tree.
Yes. Well, darn, it's like, Gerald, if you have an email address, it's in the About You, but it's TarotStache@gmail.
Mm-hmm.
So here's
option 1.
Option 1. Here's option 2.
Yep. That's the apple tree at 11 o'clock at night. And all you could hear, so this is when it buds out and it smells heavily of apple, and all you can hear are the bees.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Bees are good.
Mm-hmm.
Bees are good. I love lilacs too. Lilacs remind both Jeffrey and me of our grandmothers.
Same. That's my grandmother's flower too.
Option 2. Now, option 3 is Jamie created this in AI and sent it to me. And I'm I don't know which way was it this way?
Yeah, it's fine. It's the background on my phone too.
So I'm looking at that and I'm looking, option 3, and I'm looking, what the what? And you knew that that's what I was going to do, right?
Yeah, because the first thing you asked me was, what is it mine? And it's like, no, well, technically, no, it can't be mine. But yeah.
So, and so since you created this on AI, what I did, nothing wrong with AI, love me some AI. What I did is I found some copyright free photos of bubbles.
Bubbles.
And I printed them in black and white because I was like, ooh, I want to see how that works. So there's option 3. And option 4, I don't know where this is. Do you know where this is?
Yes, he told us, New Mexico.
Okay. So this is actually quite lovely. So Nancy's like going, my fave is number 1, but I do love the bubbles, but still number 1. Beth is wanting me to do a tarot spread cloth with the apple tree blossoms to read the Keeper of the Sacred Bee.
Journey of the Sacred Bee. Yep.
Yes. And you're right. This does look like moon phases. Certainly could do that. And Kaylee's like going, be still my starseed heart.
Bubbles.
Yep. Well, and here's the thing. If I'm going to do this in fabric, people, how am I going to do that? Go ahead. Oh. I'll wait.
That's easy.
Oh, really? Is it? Okay. How is it easy?
Well, I can see you utilizing like a light blue or even a pink or a lilac tool. Right? And then the crescent shapes could be a lighter color fabric, right? I can see you doing it.
Well, I haven't, I have not discounted it. Because I'm curious about it. I'm like, on how would I do that? I feel these are a little bit less frightening, I would say, because it's
and you can get a lot of depth with those.
Yeah, get a lot of depth and have some fun.
Everybody's saying number one, though.
Yeah. Fabric you can see through, yes. People are saying I'm up for the challenge. Cut them in curved shapes. No. I'm much more of a terror.
He is a terror.
I'm much more of a terror, not a terror.
I don't know. I see you as a terror, but cheers.
This is very pretty. I need to write on the back of this for a second so that I can
remember. We'll have to confirm with.
Yeah. This is a really a nice thing, because for me, what I would do, I would do one of two things. I would cut it down so there's just this much of the earth showing. So, or I would actually make this really, really small and have this be really, really long, like triple this size, because that's part of how I would do it. So
he's catching up.
Okay. Linda de Gonzalez is here.
Hi, Linda.
Just got home. Cool. Number one. Okay, so Linda missed it. Do we go through here? Let's go through. Linda, here are the options for things that I could start to create.
Upside down. There you go.
Sorry. Here's option one. Here's option two. Option three, something with bubbles.
Something with bubbles.
And then this one.
Yes.
So, and this is also an opportunity for me to show people how I work. So, all right, are we voting for number one, the lilacs? The fourth is similar to other ones you've done. I think the bubbles would be awesome because it's so different. Yep. Hakab Ab. Picturing it being 3D with gathered fabric. Oh, this one. I could certainly see that. So CJ says the lilacs, the Timmy is lilac, Linda's lilacs, or the bubbles. So
I think everybody has a thing for lilacs. That's what I think.
I think everybody has a thing for lilacs too. So all right. So, do you have any questions you want to ask me, or anything before I start to sort of go on my binge of thinking things through and creating?
Are you asking me or the audience, or both?
Yeah,
Yeah.
both. Yes, both.
So my assumption is that you have fabrics that are in color coordination, and you will pull things that you think will give shadow and lightness, etc. Correct?
Possibly, yes. Yes.
All right, fine. Begin. Bum, bum,
Well,
bum.
Kaylee is like going, can I call dibs on the finished product? No. I mean, you can. It's not going to work, but go ahead. I mean, and Linda said, oh, the lilacs and gathered tulle or organza.
Just keep calling dibs, Kaylee. Just keep doing it.
Sylvia said you could use tethered purple material for the lilacs for textures and add something to make the ends rounded. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
CJ likes the lilacs because when they start blooming, I knew school year was coming to an end. Kaylee is like going, will do, and salutes. Keep calling dibs.
That's right.
So,
wear him down. Keep calling it.
So if people like this idea, I'd love to actually have a guest come on, having sent me something, and they can watch me do some creation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that is something people would enjoy. Share this with your friends if they want to get involved in that process.
Mm-hmm.
So what is helpful for a photo, a good inspiration photo, is really there needs to be a good deal of contrast, something so there's either a contrast of colors or value,
Mm-hmm.
or where I could put contrast in there. So
agreed.
So
depth,
yes.
Depth of value. Mm-hmm.
So these photos are going somewhere else. All right, gather each flower like you're going to tie-dye so it's 3D. Crazy making tedious, though. And that may be enough to make me totally crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure I would have the fortitude to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a quick little gather of some fabrics just for some things. I'm like, okay, I'm actually thinking this could be a nice background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So can you see that?
Yep.
This is actually wool felt.
Mm-hmm.
So it was there. How would we know, Gerald? So I could do this. And so because what I am paying attention to is I would be paying attention to making sure that I could find something to represent the colors and the different variations.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy is a musician, so I wonder if he would. It's like, do you start with the bass line? Do you start with the percussion? Do you start with the vocals? So the background here, this is almost like a perfect green for it, really.
Absolutely.
So,
mm-hmm.
And so then I was like, going, all right. And I got to look at purples. So I did pull. Oh, yeah, there you go. You have Linda's approval, Pamela. Burn. So, okay. So then I was like, on what do I have for fabrics that could be the purples? And so I have a lot of purple batiks.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a really lovely fabric.
It is a lovely fabric. Look at that.
Presents that, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. I sure can.
How about some of that?
Mm-hmm.
Can see
Absolutely.
there's some of the greens, same greens as here.
Some of the sky.
Yeah, some of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, welcome to Gerald's fabric stash.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
This could be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
This could also be yummy.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, here's something to think about is because this has an impression of a leaf on it. This is the way the batik is done. I could quite simply put like this right here. This right there could be
Mm-hmm.
right there.
Yeah.
And I could cut these pieces out. Granted, it is not actually looking at, it's not actually three-dimensional. This isn't probably going to be, it's probably not going to be gathered, but you just looking on camera, the visual texture is right with
Mm-hmm.
these.
Absolutely.
So, and that's a nice visual texture as well.
They all are. They all make me very happy.
Yeah, that's really pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Nancy, Crohn's Intuition, are you still watching?
Nancy.
So that's actually really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is I wouldn't be actually making this piece exactly. I wouldn't be doing a photo replica. I would be doing something that is inspired by this photo.
Correct. Well, that's the beauty of it because I've had the opportunity to actually watch you multiple times work on multiple projects. And it's always amazing to me that, I mean, because you're not looking for an exact replica or photorealistic. It's how do I explain it? It's like you are looking this way and then you look this way and then you look back and you've seen the picture.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so I've watched you do these enough that it still floors me when you can make something out of pieces of fabric actually look like something.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Nancy still is here.
Yay.
Nancy, if you have, I am loving some of the photos that you sent me of the Great Wall in China. If you had any others,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I could taunt you and have you come on and watch me.
Right.
The whole idea of this is to have an opportunity for the person who is shared the inspiration photo to ask questions about the process. Linda has to leave for their live. Have a good live, Linda. Are you
Oh,
hosting
good one.
today? So I don't know if that is of interest to people wanting to watch. Thank you, Witchy Gardens 919. So I don't know if that's fun because there's going to be things where what I will do is I'm going to, as the artist, I'm going to actually go. I'm going to be looking. I'm going to be okay. Here's the inspiration. Here's what I've made for it. And Nancy said, I'm looking for the framed one. Excellent. You have boxes of framed photos. Oh, LOL. Yeah. And Pamela's like, yes, game, set, match.
So did you say you didn't know if this was fun enough or?
I don't know if this would be interesting for people to watch. I don't know if people would like it. I mean, that's why that's why we're doing it. I've got there's one already in the pipeline that may happen, but we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. So people who are watching back, thank you. Let us know. The other thing is I had a whole bunch of other orange purples. Here's a nice little purple. And what's nice about this is also it looks more blue, but it's actually purple. Some of these things here could be a really good background for what is layered on top of.
The shadow.
Yes. Yes. And so yeah. Okay. And and again, I've got lots and lots of batiks. Oh, here's a pretty one.
Yeah, but this is playing with magic. This is creativity of magic.
That's pretty. I'm going to set this with these. This is pretty. It's the wrong purple, believe it or not.
It is the wrong purple.
So, let's see. I'm sitting at my desk, data entering. Anything is more exciting than that. So yes, Pamela would like to see it, and Nancy's going, "I'll find it. I'll find it."
Find it.
And Sylvia's, it's more for artists, so people would watch. Yet you have to title it better. Not every woo person may be into it. You're right. I do have to title it better.
I like the title, but that's me.
Yeah, I love the playing with magic because it's fun. We can do some other hashtags. Love this. I miss having a sewing machine and being creative with sewing. It's fun. I'm not sure I would be doing a lot of hand sewing, but so this is the wrong purple.
Wrong purple.
Wrong purple. And just to show you all, this is, I have all sorts of, batiks that I have from this company that I love that is going out of business. And I was just like, these things make the best. They're really, really great for fabric painting because the front and the back are the same. Whether or not, sometimes they work well and sometimes they don't. But yeah.
It's cute.
Here you go. One of my daughters, the musician, is an incredible sewer and quilter. I don't know where she got it. Must have skipped a few generations. Yeah. I do love the fabrics too, Sylvia. Yeah. Playing with magic, with fabrics and woo.
It didn't skip a generation because you are a quilter of words, you see.
Ooh, snap. Yes, she is.
So take that, BETH.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good one. Yep. So I like Sylvia's, but I like Pamela's too. Making fabric magic.
Yeah. Yep.
And Sylvia's was playing with magic with fabrics and woo.
Yep. So there you go. You got her.
It's fact.
She's clean. So, oh, by the way, I want to show you these. These are, a watercolor fabrics that are just like freaking glorious. I'm like going, wow. Love them.
He could do a whole show on just showing you beautiful fabrics and one right after the other, after the other, after the other, that you would be screaming at him to do something with them.
There you go. Wonder how this one would go with this.
I think it could work.
It could work. Do you all see that? Do you see that? Because here's what's interesting. It's actually a yellow or gold. There could be gold back here. Gold back here. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is some of this definition may end, well, not may, will end up coming from the thread play and the thread.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, Beth, the watercolor fabrics look desert to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yep.
Julianne, that's cute.
Fabric magic.
Bippity bobbity boo.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. Bippity boppity boo.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hey, see?
Hey, Zane. Zane, I don't know if Zane was the inspiration for the last photo. And oh my God, I just love this fabric. Holy mackerel.
That's pretty.
So it's gorge.
Yeah, gorge.
And what's interesting is a lot of times fabrics like this is what happens. You have the same pattern, except it's done in different colors. This is more of a yellowy green, and then we have some blues, and this is the purples with the blues. It's fascinating.
Those look like little quail feet to me.
Yes, to which I'm actually going to hold this one back there.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what you've done is you've just gotten watch me play with different fabric and see what happens. I am going to keep this fabric and this fabric together because those could work very nicely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you see it? I think you can see it too. Look, isn't that great?
Absolutely.
And in fact, this doesn't need to be the lilacs. It could definitely be the shadows of the branches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the gold design. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would be great for the bubbles. Oh, yeah. This one could be really good for the bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have some black and white fabric from them, too. So, cool.
Very cool. Very, very.
And so, because I am normally a person who tears their fabric, because you get it on the, it keeps it on the grain.
Mm-hmm.
It actually works better that way. So, hold on. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so now, Zane, do you want to see the progress that I made on the other piece? Yes, tearing it would give that tethered look. Yeah. So, but I think this will be a great background. My question is how big do I want to make it?
Well, that's a good question.
Because I do have to slow down enough to go, how are you going to display it, Gerald?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so Zane, here's where I am with this. I could lay it down like that. It helps a little bit. You can always watch it back. Yeah, well, it's okay. We're good. And then, Zane, I'm going to put, what were the points called? Pamela had the word.
No, Beth did.
Beth, what are they called? According to Google?
Shit.
So, and what's fun with this yarn, I'm going to put the yarn in there to get the little pod or hoofs, whatever, the centers. The eye. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make the eye. I'm going to have to do a YouTube search so that I can find how to do, I think a French knot would be really nice with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think a French knot would be pretty rad.
I think a French knot could be really good. My question is do I actually use, part of me wants to use this because it's green, which will pop against this red,
Mm-hmm.
or to use a black, or actually a purple might even be better.
I was going to say purple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because that's really, if you look at the photo, it's a purpley. You can't really see it on those. It's on the big one that I sent you. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty regardless of what you use for the eye.
Timmy was right. There needs to be some idea of scale. I
Mm-hmm.
actually think the stems and the eyes
Mm-hmm.
will help with that scale.
I agree.
I also, and what's disappointing is, there's other fabric hidden back there.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wants to pull some of that off. Anyhow, I may have overlayered it,
Maybe.
but
Remember, you had that real grassy look at the bottom with the tulle hanging out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I cut that off because it was one of those things that it was like, yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little too there. And I'm not sure I mean, the tool was easy to, has anybody who's watching actually used tool like this to sandwich fabric? I mean, there's a whole bunch of, there's like confetti quilting where people will layer scraps and scraps of stuff and sew it between two layers of tulle.
It
I've
was
never done it.
interesting to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch. So anyhow, it's a good learning.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like the idea of having some of the uncovered stuff showing through.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
And and again, it's always sort of fun to see the back of stuff.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
You can always tell where I was doing the hand stitching.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who are hand quilters out there, I hear you. I see you. You're gasping. We're not going to do that. I just wanted to do that. The eyes and the stems will take a little bit more time.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know if see, because I even did for this one, I pulled this out because I thought this could be sort of a baseline there, and then have this be the base here.
That'd be pretty.
Build everything up from that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, I am trying not to have too many layers on this.
Right.
So, but gosh, well, thanks everybody. Are we the only time I think of tool is for a name of a toy poodle? I swear if I have to sew on buttons, yeah. So, and yeah, fabric magic, bippity boppity boo.
Mm-hmm. I agree, Zane. We watch it all the time, don't we? You have good eye magic.
Well, thanks.
Well, you're welcome. Right.
Well, here, let's put us back like that. Thanks for coming along. If you've watched this all the way back, thank you. Let me know what you think. I like doing more stuff like this, and I know Nancy's probably rummaging around through all of the boxes trying to find that dang photo. Take your time, Nancy. I actually have two. I have the mountain one that I was doing for my great nephew. I want to work on that a bit more this week. Maybe my sisters are getting together for the sisters weekend this weekend, and I may crash so that I can show them to see what the progress is. So last time I tried to make a Jiffy pattern, I tore it to shreds and walked away. Madame Maru has snuck in, put a bunch of links in. Hi, Maru. Yeah, she's like, LOL. Yeah. So Julianne said, do more. So Witchy Garden is smiling, sending hugs. So yeah, she'll find it. I know she will.
She will.
So, all right. Thanks, Jamie.
Welcome. I didn't do anything.
Well, I mean, you're asking questions because that is something that I would enjoy really doing, is having somebody watch the process, ask those curious questions, and what they see. I can guarantee you, uh, um, I'm going to do what I want to do as the artist. However,
Right.
I like the engagement.
Yeah, me too. I think it's pretty rad.
So, but all right. We will say farewell.
Adieu.
Farewell. And everybody take care. Thank you for being here. Let me know that you liked the video. Bye.